Mopac.
The One Quicksilver card.
Can I earn 1.5% cash back on birds?
Birds?
What if you sent your true love 2 turtle doves plus a partridge in a pear tree?
Sure, but why would anyone want that?
The song was very convincing.
Earn 1.5% cash back on all your holiday purchases with the Capital One Quicksilver card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Our overnight construction closures have been cleared on Mopac Frontage Road southbound between 183 and Steck Avenue, as well as Mopac southbound on the express lanes between Parmer and 2222. Sluggish traffic on 35 northbound between Ben White and 7th Streets, costing you 4 minutes. I'm Warren Shore. That's Austin Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Time with family, laughs with friends, and cash back. Discover's got you covered on the last one. That's because Discover doubles all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with cash back match. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
Attention all football fans. Old Spice Swagger Deodorant 4-pack is back at Costco. Get ready to unleash the greatest smell in the NFL. Old Spice Swagger is the ultimate 24/7 odor protection for all the football fanatics out there when used daily. But here's the catch, folks. This limited time offer won't last forever, so head to Costco and grab your 4-pack of Swagger Deodorant. Don't let those game-winning moments be overshadowed by unwanted odors. Get your Old Spice Swagger Deodorant now.
This holiday season, Straight Talk Wireless is letting you say yes a lot more with real unlimited data. Yes to sharing pics of the ugliest holiday sweaters. Yes to checking weather on the go for surprise sledding trips. And with a free phone at sign up, let the yes-tivities begin.
No way!
Yes way. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 1/5/25 while supplies last at participating stores. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store activation on select single line plans. Limit of 2 phones per customer. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
I've always gotten tons of UTIs. Cranberry products never worked for me, and I was desperate for a way to be proactive. I'm Jenna Ryan, CEO and founder of Eucora. We've worked with doctors to develop effective urinary tract health products. Just mix a packet of Eucora with water and drink it when you need support, like right after intimacy. Eucora is helping over 100,000 women stay healthy. Ready to join them? Get 30% off at eucora.com/radio. That's UQORA.com/radio.
Want to win 2,000 times your money simply by watching football? With Better Picks, every play will have you on the edge of your seat, as game day just got 2,000 times more exciting. That's right, Better Picks has the highest multipliers in all of daily fantasy, letting you turn $1 into $2,000, $10 into $20,000, all the way up to $100,000 payouts. That's higher than all those other Pick'em fantasy apps.
And it's super simple to use. Just pick a few players, choose more or less on their stats, and follow along live.
Why would you use any other daily fantasy app when you can win 2,000 times your money only on Better Picks? Go to betterpicks.com, BETRpicks.com, or download Better on the app or Play Store and use promo code RADIO to experience the thrill of playing for up to 2,000 times your cash. Plus, new users get up to a $200 match on their first deposit. It's simply better with Better Picks.
Must be 21 or older and in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned with your play? Call the NCPG at 1-800-522-4700.
Experiences make life more meaningful. And with MasterCard's Priceless.com, you can immerse yourself in unforgettable experiences in dining, sports, art, entertainment, and more in over 40 destinations. From a round of golf with a legendary player to a cooking class with a celebrity chef, you can feel your passions and create lasting memories. Explore experiences today at Priceless.com, exclusively for MasterCard cardholders. Terms and conditions apply.
With its new look and taste, Dasani is always crisp, clean, and refreshing. So, when thirst calls, answer with the new refreshed taste of Dasani water, now without salt. Learn more at Dasani.com.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search Holiday and start listening now. You'll see your local holiday radio station, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. KDET AM Austin. Your home for the Horns.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Harge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns. 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland,
Leander, and Silsbee, Texas.
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Way Back Wednesday, Wildin' Out midweek edition of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. The Texas women destroyed LaSalle yesterday, and it is not pretty. But we will talk about it with Danny Davis at 7:40. We also get to hear from Coach Sark and a few players as they get closer and closer to that big matchup against the Clemson Tigers. The NBA Cup has a new in-season champ, but one of the coaches is the only one to win two of them. We are ready for revenue sharing in college athletics. And, of course, changes are happening in the NFL. I am your host, Mike Harbaugh-Harge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
Are you fixed your microphone good right there?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
All right. And our guy Khalil is trying to make sure that Mark's microphone does not fall apart. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Also, if you want to leave a voice message and voice your opinion, all you got to do is use that talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. We'll receive your message instantly, and if it's good enough, you might even hear it on the air. Mark, let's get right into it, man.
Come on.
There's a lot that is going on in the NFL, and the news came out first thing this morning that Kirk Cousins will no longer be the starting quarterback, and I want you to hear from Rappaport as he was talking about this yesterday before the news broke.
It is a place, guys, that the Falcons have absolutely not wanted to be. And they've stood behind Kirk Cousins at every possible way. They've said there's no quarterback controversy. We have drafted Michael Penix. He is our quarterback of the future, but this is the present. This is all about Kirk Cousins, and that's exactly where they were until they cannot be there anymore. And based on the performance of the last month or so, and look, the reality is inside the Falcons building, it is evident. Kirk Cousins physically is not what he was. He's just not. He's not throwing as deep as he used to. Everything is rhythm passing and short. It is just not the way you play quarterback. It's just not. Now, is Michael Penix ready? We don't know for sure. I do know that inside the building, they love him. They think extremely highly of him. It is a draft pick that was hotly debated that is going to turn out to be an excellent choice and something that might end up saving them this year. We just don't know firm and finally if, in fact, Penix is going to play this week, but we know it is coming.
Boom. Well, it is coming, and now he is the starting quarterback. One Mark Henry said it last week. They need to make the change. Well, they must have been listening to AM 1300 The Zone.
Hard, you know everybody's listening to 1300 The Zone. Everybody's listening.
Yeah.
And it's not, I told you, this was not last week. This was Monday.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
This was Monday. I said, Kirko is not playing. Kirko is done. I think this is unless next year he's able to rehabilitate that leg, that Achilles, and get some power to be able to throw off his back foot again, he's done.
Right. So here's my question to you. As somebody that has seen Kirk Cousins, and at the beginning of the season, we all were like, man, he figured it out. He's got it going. That don't mean anything about his leg. Now they are 7-7. They beat the Raiders last on Monday Night Football, 15-9. You sit there and you start to look at this. You paid Kirk Cousins a 4-year free agency deal and guaranteed $90 million in salary for the first two seasons with the potential of $180 million. But you drafted Michael Penix Jr. in the first round to be your quarterback of the future. Now you're in a position that looks as if this is it. Michael Penix is your guy. He's done. Kirk is done. $27 million on the books for next year. He's getting paid that. That is a tradable salary. Now, if you're a team Do you look at Kirk Cousins and say, I need him as a stopgap? My team is decent. I'm in a decent spot. I go draft my quarterback, because this is the problem that we're seeing. You're throwing these young quarterbacks out there and your team's not able to function and they're getting destroyed.
This is what I would say. If I'm a top 3 team, which if you're a top 3 team, that means your quarterback sucks. You draft Travis Hunter if he's on the board.
Right.
You draft the best offensive lineman available. That kind of thing. And then you say, you know what? I want to make a deal to get Kirk Cousins, because him as a stopgap in a really bad organization is going to be helpful, because he's better than every option that they had before. And you can build around a younger player that's already on that team, or acquire somebody that can be the player that you want to base that all around.
Okay, so here's the picks. Las Vegas.
Yes.
But aren't you going to go draft Shador?
Not if you draft the best tackle.
New York Giants.
And you can trade down. That's the thing. You can always trade down.
If somebody has the number, if the Las Vegas Raiders, who need a quarterback.
Giants going to be number 1.
Well, we'll see, because they're
okay, let's go through it again, and I'll say
Vegas,
yes or no. Vegas, yes.
Giants,
yes.
New England Patriots, no. They already got Drake May.
They got a quarterback.
Yeah. Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, always injured.
I would say yes, because I think that Trevor Lawrence needs a new change of scenery.
Carolina.
No.
Well, here's your spot. Tennessee, because Tennessee just benched Will Levis again.
Yes.
And it looks as if they're going to be moving off of Will Levis and drafting a quarterback as well.
Well, who do you draft second? You're going to draft Milroe?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't draft the quarter. I would rather go to Kirk Cousins draft the next best player that's on the board.
But you can draft, very fair. You don't have to draft them in the first round of quarterback. That's
true too.
That's the other part of it. You can go and get a Kirk Cousins. You could go and get Aaron Rodgers. Don't know what he's doing next year. Do you want that on your books as well?
I don't want that.
See, Kirk Cousins is a good locker room guy.
Yeah.
He will help build the culture. So then you look at the New York Jets. Well, Cleveland before that. Cleveland, you're not gonna invest your time with Jameis, because now Jameis ain't even starting.
Right.
They got Dorian Thompson playing quarterback.
But they got other quarterback problems, because they
still got Deshaun Watson as their quarterback on the roster.
I was finna mess with him.
Don't do it.
Don't do it?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
All right.
And then you look at New Orleans. What are they going to do? Because you're not going to Chicago. They got their quarterback. New Orleans.
Well, they got Carr. Carr just got injured again.
But they may be having some things change in there.
Uh-oh.
So you start looking at all of these teams. You're not going to Miami. Indianapolis looks like they're done with Anthony Richardson. They're not happy with what they're seeing from him.
Anthony Richardson going to start playing running back.
Or tight end, because he's big enough. He's a big enough tight end. It's an interesting situation, especially because of the fact that all of these guys that we are talking about, all these teams, all have different needs, and you got to protect your quarterback no matter who it is. So we'll talk about it. When we come back, we're going to talk Texas football. Coach Sark still got some info. We're going to talk about Dabo Swinney, and we're also going to hear from Michael Taft. Oh, yeah, he's still taking souls right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Longhorns Game Day returns this Saturday for the college football playoff as Texas hosts Clemson. Join myself, Cameron Parker, along with Mike Hardball Harge and the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
We'll break down the big game and visit with special guests and insiders.
And don't miss my hype train. Coverage begins at noon live from Bevo Boulevard, heard on 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Accident has your left lane blocked off on 35 going southbound at the Southeast Inner Loop in Georgetown. It's a 40-minute delay back from RM 2338. Travel times on 35 as you go northbound from 45 to 290. 20-minute delay. That's a half-hour trip. I'm Warren Shore, and that's Austin Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. New deals on last-minute holiday finds. Just dropped at Lowe's. Save $600 on a Whirlpool fingerprint-resistant stainless steel side-by-side refrigerator. Offer valid 12/12 through 12/18. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
It's Hump Day, Texas fans, and you're halfway to the weekend, and there's only one way to celebrate, and that's with an ice-cold Bud Light. Whether you're tailgating, cheering on Texas athletics, or just kicking back, Bud Light is your midweek MVP. So grab a Bud Light, rally the crew, and let's toast to Longhorn Spirit. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Must be 21. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. And hook 'em, y'all.
The PayPal app has amazingly low prices for holiday shopping. Get cashback offers in the app, and when you use the PayPal debit card, PayPal stacks 5% more in the monthly category of your choosing on up to $1,000 in purchases. Don't just pay, PayPal.
This weekend, head over to Cover 3 for the ultimate weekend brunch, complete with their famous Bloody Mary and Bubbles Bar every Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Sip, savor, and celebrate with friends. Don't miss out. Make your weekend special at Cover 3.
With your busy schedule, there's no way you have time for all those complicated fantasy lineups. But there is time to win up to 2,000 times your money on Better Picks. With Better Picks, you can jump in fast and pick more or less on your favorite player's stats for a chance to win up to 2,000 times your cash, all in the time it takes to listen to this commercial.
Pick, tap, and win. That's it. Others might stop at 100 times payouts, but with Better Picks, your winnings can soar up to 2,000 times payouts. Turn that $10 bill in your glove box into $20,000 right now. That's real excitement.
So don't forget, if it's game day, it's a Better Picks day. Crank up the excitement with Better Picks and play for huge cash payouts. Go to betterpicks.com, BETRpicks.com, or download Better on the app or Play Store and use promo code RADIO to play for up to 2,000 times your cash. Plus, new users get up to a $200 match on their first deposit. It's simply better with Better Picks.
Must be 21 or older and in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned with your play? Call the NCPG at 1-800-522-4700.
Attention small business owners needing financing. Are you frustrated with a slow process and high interest rate quotes from your bank? Then you need Swish Funding, the small business funding experts, where our simple application process takes just minutes with affordable funding as soon as one business day. At Swish Funding, we focus on your business cash flow, not your personal credit score. And we're ready to help with funding from $10,000 to $2 million. If you've been in business for 1 year or more with a monthly income of at least $25,000, you can get the affordable funding you need with no collateral. Swish Funding is providing funds for expansion, inventory, increased overhead, even slow cash flow to small businesses all over America. Restaurants, plumbing, landscaping, trucking, auto body shops, healthcare providers, and more are getting the funds they need fast. At Swish Funding, applying takes just minutes with funds in your bank account within 24 hours. Go to swishradio.com. That's SWISH radio.com. Swishradio.com.
This holiday season, give your parents the gift of connection with Rapid Radio's walkie-talkies. Simple, press of a button. They can reach out to you effortlessly, and they make it easy. Whether it's a quick hello or maybe a longer conversation, Rapid Radios are a fun and reliable way to stay in touch. With crystal clear sound, one button touch, your parents will feel closer than ever, no matter the distance. Visit rapidradios.com and receive up to 60% off, an additional 5% off when you use the code RADIO.
Don't miss the DeLucio Equipment Auction on Purple Wave closing December 30th and 31st. Bid on a lineup of 33 trucks, including Freightliner, Kenworth, and international models. Plus, 31 trailers are up for grabs, both dry van and refrigerated options. As always, it's a no-reserve auction, so every item sells to the highest bidder. Inspect in person or online and get ready to bid. Visit purplewave.com now. Upgrade your fleet with Purple Wave.
Hello?
Hello!
Oh, Uncle Nick, I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Phew, good thing my order from Ashley was already delivered. I don't know what I would have done had he arrived before the extra spacious sectional and cozy memory foam mattress. He'd take one look inside and be on his not-so-merry way. Come on in, Uncle Nick.
Ashley is here to make sure you have the furniture and latest seasonal home decor to prepare you for any moment. Visit your local Ashley or shop online at ashley.com for deals that slay.
Tired of battling the cold to open and close your property gate? This holiday season, treat your family to Mighty Mule, the trusted brand for smart and affordable gate opener solutions. And say goodbye to cold noses and wet boots. With easy DIY installation, reliable performance, and energy-efficient solar options, Mighty Mule is more affordable than you'd think and makes securing your property simple. Plus, stay connected with smart technology, allowing you to open and close your gate from anywhere. Visit mightymule.com/iHeartRadio to find your perfect gate opener setup. Take the Build Your Gate System quiz at mightymule.com/iHeartRadio. Whether it's for your home, ranch, or other property, Mighty Mule delivers the convenience and peace of mind you deserve. Made in North America. Ho, ho, ho. Visit mightymule.com/iHeartRadio for smart and affordable gate solutions.
With its new look and taste, Dasani is always crisp, clean, and refreshing. So, when thirst calls, answer with the new refreshed taste of Dasani water, now without salt. Learn more at Dasani.com.
Did you know that solar energy gives you independence from utilities and helps keep your energy costs down? Why not get a free estimate with locally owned Divided Sky Roofing and Solar? You can get more information at mydividedsky.com. That's mydividedsky.com.
People, my people, what's up? This is Questlove. Man, I cannot believe we're already wrapping up another season of Questlove Supreme. We talked to A. Marie, Johnny Marr, Eve, Jonathan Schechter, Billy Porter, and so many more. If you haven't heard these episodes yet, hey, now's your chance. You gotta check them out. Listen to Questlove Supreme on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Questlove Supreme.
Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone presents the Craig Way Show. Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. only on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. Mike Harbaugh Hard, man, WWE Hall of Fame, Mark Henry. Of course, we got our guy behind the board. So we want to give a shout out to Maynard, Texas. That's right. They was mad, Mark, because they said we didn't give Maynard a shout out. We keep leaving Maynard out of there.
I used to say Maynard,
did, but you stopped, and so they hey.
I stopped because I live in Leander, and I have to shout out where your hood.
Okay.
You know, Vandergrift Vipers going to state.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Well, Maynard, we see you. We heard you.
I'm sorry, Maynard. I'm gonna give you all the props tomorrow.
Give him the props, man. We gave it to him now, but we're gonna
see.
Give him
You
the props
told me
when we
first. Oh no, sir, stop it. You said, Mark, you can't keep changing. You don't remember that?
That's
Somebody
right.
go through the archives.
That's right. What'd you just say?
But I used to say Bastrop. I used to say Maynard. I used to say Pflugerville. I used to say San Antonio. You was like, hey, man.
You ain't got to say Pflugerville. I got that covered.
You got that covered?
I got that covered.
But you told me not to do it.
Oh,
I made it Leander as the stamp of a bang. Stop it. That's it.
Oh, my God. Okay. I'm going to let that happen.
He ain't got no choice but to let it happen.
I'm telling y'all, that's not how it went down. I think y'all heard that before.
Everybody know.
Let's get into it, man, because Coach Sark and the Texas Longhorns are getting ready for a big matchup against the Clemson Tigers. And, of course, you got to start looking at the defenses and seeing what's going on. But the biggest question right now for Coach Sark has always been about Quinn's health. What is it about Quinn, and is he able to go?
Well, the first thing that I was encouraged by last week was when we went out to practice, he didn't have that brace on. So I think he's continually getting better. You know, he came out of that Georgia game, the SEC championship game, feeling better than he did going in. And that was a positive. That was a physical game. And so him without the brace on last week, running around, was really encouraging. I think Quinn kind of embodies a lot that this team has embodied, and that's resiliency. You know, we have I said this in Atlanta after the game, like I have no pause that our guys are going to not respond and be ready to go Saturday for the college football playoffs. And because they've always responded to the adversity that we've been faced with, whether it's been in game, out of game, facing injuries, whatever that looks like. And they've given me little things along the way to build confidence in me that's what they're capable of. And that's what Quinn has done for me, through all the stuff that he's been through from year 1 to year 2 to year 3. I still never forget sitting with him after we were at Stillwater and what that was like for him on the road, and the way he's responded throughout his career to injuries, to playing great, to having to find his way and fight through a game, to making a critical throw at TCU on 3rd down to A.D. Mitchell. There's been a lot of things in there to know this guy's going to be ready to go, and he's going to find a way to put us in position to be successful. And like I said, we all have to improve. We all have to be better. If we want to go achieve what we're trying to achieve, which is go win a national championship, we've all got to take our game to another level. And he's no different, right? He's got to do it. Coaches have to do it. Everybody's got to go to a whole nother level. And we have to do it for 4 straight weeks. And we have to do it one game at a time. And the first layer of that is a really good Clemson team on Saturday, who's extremely well coached. It's got a great defensive front. And knowing that his performance, that creates a ton of turnovers. And so I think he feels that, but he's also been exposed to playing against really good teams too. And I think he's got a lot of confidence in himself and the guys around him.
And that's why people are always asking that question about Quinn. Is he good to go? We heard from Joe Cook yesterday, who was at the media availability window to watch practice, and he didn't have the boot on. He's out there walking. He didn't have any brace or apparatus on his foot, and the extra time helped him because we got a chance to talk to Quinn on Monday, and that's what he said. He was excited to be out there, and he's ready to go.
Anytime you have limitations, it's going to affect your game.
Right.
It's going to affect it. Regardless of whether it's the time that you spend preparing, you got to go to the training room. That takes about 30 minutes out of your day, especially when you're going on the field and you're getting ready to go. And you're not in the meetings with everybody because you got other stuff to do to get your body ready. So, like, now, for him to be able to be 100%, that's a dangerous thing because now he's also got to prove everybody wrong.
Right.
Everybody's saying that Klubnik is a better quarterback, and he's coming back here to show Quinn up at home in his house. So, like, it's better to not be injured when you go into a war like that because you want to be able to show improvement.
Yeah, we'll definitely get a chance to hear from Quinn tomorrow because there is some audio and Quinn's ready to go. But the other thing is, Sark was asked, Quinn having the ball in his hand in those big games, those big moments, and what is that like for him as a coach and, of course, watching Quinn go out there and play?
I think he's comfortable in that environment. I think it doesn't ever feel too big on him. I think in a perfect world, I would not like that to be the case. Oklahoma State was a little bit of a different dynamic of what the game plan was. The first game here, go back to the Washington game. Last year we fell behind, and especially we were running the ball really well in the first half of that game. We had 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles, I think, in our first 9 plays of the second half, and it became a 2-score game where we kind of had to throw to maximize our time to get back into it. The Georgia game here, naturally, we fell behind 23-0 at halftime, and so now you have to adjust to what you do in the second half. And then this past one with Georgia, part of the plan early on was to throw it, but then we just couldn't get the run game going into a place to where it felt comfortable. I want to run the ball on first down, but I don't want it to be 2nd and 11 either, and so sometimes you try to find a ball control passing game to augment or to offset a lack of having the ability to run it. So ideally, 50 times is probably too many. Mid-30s, maybe to 40s, probably more realistic in these types of games because I think he's more than capable of handling that.
Hey, Steve. Andrew Makuba kind of talked a lot about today.
And, you start looking at what Quinn is about and what his mentality is, and it just goes to show you how much faith Coach Sark has in Quinn, what he brings to the table every single week. And, Mark, you kind of touched on it a little bit about the mobility and what he's able to bring in that particular moment. He's going to be ready to go. There's no doubt about it in my mind. You look forward to these types of moments, and that is why he's been rolling with him the entire time.
But you're going to roll with the people that you walk down the alley with, the people that you've been in those dog fights with. He brought up the fact that last season, him throwing the ball to A.D. Mitchell, and there were times where he had a kinship with guys that superseded what the play was. You just have a connection with a guy and you go with it.
Right.
Quinn has not been able to throw the off-platform throws because of the way his injury affects him. So now Bond will get the ball where he wants it, where he feels more effective. He'll be able to get the ball to Golden like he did early in the season because he's not limited in the way he can roll out or plant his foot and throw.
Right.
So it's important to be healthy, but what's more important is now that you're not limited to your mobility, you can do those other things that made you better.
Right. And one of the biggest things, too, is that Clemson defense. And Coach Sark talked about it a little bit about those big guys up front, but the Clemson defense as a whole.
Yeah, well, I think one is their ability to get to the quarterback. I think they average like 3 sacks a game on defense. They can generate pass rush, and they can create forced fumbles in that aspect of it. I think, too, like us, you could tell they practice attacking the ball. It's one thing to, like, I think about last year where we wanted to create more turnovers. Well, you have to practice creating turnovers. You have to work at it, and you can tell they work at it. You can see the intent in which they go after the ball. And so our intent has to really be of protecting that ball. And sometimes that's the play calls, right? To make sure that we're not exposing ourselves too much to a high pressure defense, to making sure that we're making good decisions at quarterback, to making sure that we're protecting the quarterback, to making sure that as a ball carrier, I've got 2 hands in traffic, that the ball is going to be so paramount in this game that we're not giving up any of these short fields, and that hopefully our defense can create a couple. These guys don't turn it over much, but we've got to try to go create some and then take advantage of those short fields and turn them into points.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the other part about this, too, is Cade Klubnik. That defense for Texas has to be on point, and Cade Klubnik is a guy that is dangerous on the football field.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, he's got weapons. He's got real weapons around him. The Antonio Williams kid, the Wesco kid, the tight end. I mean, they spread the ball around. They've got a real running game with Maffa. So it's not all on Cade. I think that they've got weapons around him. They've got a really good running game, but yet they've got scheme that allows the quarterback run game to become a factor. You're starting to worry about this receiver over here, this tight end over here, the running back who's a 1,000-yard rusher here, and next thing you know, it's a quarterback direct run that can catch you off guard. And so you've got to really be disciplined in this game. And he and his grit. As we know, one of Cade's best strengths is his grit, his toughness. He's a tough kid. He's a tough-minded kid, and so it's not. It's one that's going to be challenging schematically, but also we're going to have to play well. We're going to have to play physical. We're going to have to get him on the ground because he's not just going to run and slide. You're going to have to get him on the ground.
That's telling right there.
That dude can fly.
Remember when I told you that when you hear Sark make a response based off what he sees from the other team?
Yep.
Did you hear how detailed and how buttoned up he is when it comes to knowing the players, knowing the position, knowing their names? Like, you don't think that his defense knows that?
Oh, yeah. They're ready to go. No doubt about it.
And they have all this extra time. Listen, Texas is going to be the most dangerous team on the field that day. Because, one, they're at home and they got the Longhorn Nation, like, fully supporting them and giving them energy.
Yeah.
But they have the time to prepare. And their coach is a detail-oriented coach. He changed this program around. You remember 5 and 7?
Yep.
That was 3 years ago. He buttoned this place up in 3 years. So this 4th year, in a playoff game at home, which Texas never had.
Yeah, this is the first time ever that you've been able to have a playoff game on campus, especially as a number 5 seed, which technically Texas was the number 3 ranked team
overall.
But because of
right.
that, there's going to be some changes in this whole format as well. But with Texas being at home, having this opportunity to play in front of Longhorns Nation, making it pretty much a routine home game. And Texas has had a lot of success at home this season. Only team that we failed to was the Georgia Bulldogs. But the fact of the matter is, this is an opportunity for everyone to be excited, to have an opportunity to watch and support. And what better way to walk out for the final time in your career for a lot of these players with a victory at home against a national power like Clemson, who is predominantly in the playoffs 7 times.
And who also, they've never, ever had a team in the history of Longhorn football to win a playoff game at home.
Yeah.
That's you want that on your resume.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Coming up next, we'll talk to Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman as he breaks down this matchup. And, of course, he's got to talk some women's basketball as they defeated LaSalle yesterday. Big win for the ladies right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Text Texas, followed by your message to 81530 to chat along with your favorite sports radio, AM 1300, The Zone hosts. That's Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Sports radio, AM 1300, The Zone. Longhorns football plays here.
DeAndre Moore, great play fake by Arch Manning, turns down the sidelines, saying goodnight to this one. Isaiah Bond takes it 50 yards, the catch and run for a Texas touchdown.
Longhorns football plays here, only on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
On 35 southbound at the southeast inner loop, still have our accident blocking the left lane. It's a half-hour slowdown back from RM 2338. Still have about a 10-minute slowdown on 35 northbound from Slaughter to Stastny. I'm Warren Shore, and that is your Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by eBay. We all got a thing. Yes, even you. If you love fashion, car parts, trading cards, whatever you're into, it's on eBay. So go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay. Things people love.
It's Social Hour at Cover 3, Monday through Friday, 3 to 7 p.m. Savor fresh, exclusive $7 delights like shrimp firecrackers and $5 frozen Ritas. Monday through Friday, 3 to 7 p.m. Unwind at any location with friends, including Cover 2. Make every hour happy at Cover 3.
With its new look and taste, Dasani is always crisp, clean, and refreshing. So, when thirst calls, answer with the new refreshed taste of Dasani water, now without salt. Learn more at Dasani.com.
Hey, what are you doing up on the step stool?
About to clean these light fixtures. The whole family's coming over. And if there's even a speck of dust in the house, my abuela will find it.
Here, I got a Swiffer duster to help with that.
A Swiffer what?
A Swiffer duster. It has this cool extendable handle that reaches 6 feet to get high and low, with fluffy dusters that easily trap and lock dust.
So no more step stool?
No more step stool.
Easily trap and lock dust from hard-to-reach places with the Swiffer duster. Love it or your money back.
There's no better place to buy your new Chevy than Henna Chevrolet. Right now, we have the biggest discounts in the last 5 years. Plus, 0 for 60 months is available on a large selection of vehicles. As an Austin original since 1936, Henna Chevrolet has been treating customers right and saving them some serious money. For straightforward, all-inclusive pricing, together let's drive at Henna Chevrolet or Henna.com.
Henna Chevrolet, we'll always stand by you.
Want to improve your health, energy, and longevity? Discover the secret to better health with Viome. It's the world's most advanced microbiome test, and you can take it from the comfort of your own home. Viome is the only company that uses RNA technology to tell you how your body reacts to food. More than 370 foods, in fact. And food is the key. If you eat and avoid the right ones, food can be your medicine. Viome's AI technology creates a personalized plan that tells you exactly that, because some healthy foods may not actually be good for you. Like 50% of people should avoid spinach. Are you eating right and still unable to lose weight, feeling moody, or having mental fog? Maybe it's spinach. Test and find out. Viome is also the only company that can create customized supplements based on your unique biology to help you improve specific areas of health. Go to Viome.com to learn more and get $110 off any test using code IHEART. Viome, the future of health is here.
Hey guys, John Clay Wolf here. We don't just do cars, we do all kinds of stuff, but one thing's for certain. I do love to buy cars, so remember, GiveMeTheVin.com if you're selling yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com. If you have a 2004 or newer vehicle that's out of warranty or about to be, Endurance is urgently notifying U.S. drivers about their low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save drivers thousands on rising vehicle repair costs. Those who qualify can pick their plan, coverage, and repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental cars included. All covered repairs get paid directly to the repair shop for you. Call now for your free quote. Call 800-431-8958. That's 800-431-8958.
This holiday season, Mercedes-Benz celebrates the journeys that bring us closer together. Memories of holiday travel take us all back, and Mercedes-Benz reminds us, embrace every moment. The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is back with exceptional offers on the vehicles you'll love, like the 2025 GLC SUV equipped with an updated MBUX infotainment system, including a routines function that adapts to your lifestyle and adjusts settings accordingly. Or the E-Class sedan with an optional built-in driver-facing camera that allows you to video chat with the ones you love this holiday. And of course, the GLS SUV. Lounge comfortably with loved ones. The GLS has room for everybody and every gift with 3 rows of seats and a spacious interior. Oh, there's so much to love. The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration going on now through January 2nd. Learn more at mbusa.com/special offers.
This holiday at T-Mobile, I'm joined by a special co-anchor.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Snoop D-O-double G.
Snoop, let's talk about T-Mobile.
Okay, cool.
This holiday, get 4 lines for $25 a line, plus 4 iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence and the all-new camera control on us.
Let's get cracking, like a breakfast egg.
You can use those eggs to make some eggnog, Snoop.
Respect.
And people do love T-Mobile, where you can save on every plan versus the other big guys when you switch.
You know, y'all can take some of those savings and buy some Snoop merchandise.
Always a great stocking stuffer, Snoop.
We up out of here.
Hold your horses, Snoop D-O-double-G. Let's remind people one more time.
Head to T-Mobile.com and get 4 iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us, plus 4 lines for $25. Now drop that Jake.
With 24-month bill credits for eligible trade-ins and 4 new lines you auto pay. All qualified customers with taxes and fees and $35 for line connection charge. Contact us before canceling entire account to continue remaining bill credits or credit stop and balance on required finance agreement is due $999.99. Credits ended if you pay off device early. See how you can save on wireless and streaming versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence requires iOS 18.1 or later.
Is Josh Allen the most talented quarterback we've ever seen? Well, most talented doesn't mean the best. Tom Brady's got the most hardware, but he was never the most talented. But like John Elway, Allen's bigger, faster, and stronger than all the other NFL quarterbacks. He's got a LeBron, Tiger, Ohtani quality. They're so much more physically imposing than everyone else, even all-stars.
I'm Colin Cowherd.
This is 11-year NBA veteran Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on the holidays' most fun gifts, all for under $15. Get low prices every day on unique finds before they're gone. In-store only at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at macy'sbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
Back to Harge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300. As he always does throughout the season, he's Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman. You can follow him at _Danny Davis. And Danny, we got an opportunity to talk to players and Coach Sark on Monday. There's still so much to unravel when you get ready to look at what happened in the SEC championship game and now fast forwarding to Texas taking on Clemson in the first ever playoff game to be held at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. But the story continues to be about the quarterback position and Quinn Ewers. I've told people quit talking about it. He's not making a change. He'll never make a change until the season is over. What is your take on the quarterback position?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Quinn, at the end of the day, is second team all-conference quarterback. He wasn't the reason they lost that SEC championship game. Yeah, I think it's probably wise for Steve to mix in a little bit of arch and kind of give a little bit of a wrinkle with that arch package. But Quinn is the quarterback of this Texas football team, and even if Texas fans don't love that, that's just kind of it is what it is. And I think he's been a more than adequate quarterback. He's been probably a little bit underappreciated at this point. Something hard to say about the University of Texas quarterback, but Texas fans shouldn't feel bad that Quinn Ewers is their quarterback, even though Arch is the shiny toy on the sidelines. That time will come in 2025. Quinn is the quarterback, and we'll see how far he can take this Texas team.
Yeah, he talks about screaming from a yacht with champagne issues, right? So it is a good conversation to have for those that want to have it, but the reality is he's brought us to the dance, back-to-back seasons in the playoffs, and now it starts all over. Now it's a fresh start. They've had some time off to recoup. Did you get a chance to go to the media availability window to see them stretch, basically?
I did. I stopped by. It was only like 10 minutes, so it wasn't too much of my time. Kind of just stopped by. Me and Eric Henry walked over there after we finished riding on Monday, so I saw them run a couple of routes and then headed on home. It wasn't too much of a thing.
The other big question is Kelvin Banks. Coach Sark seems to believe that Kelvin's going to be ready to go. Kelvin believes that he's going to be ready to go. How important is he? Obviously, Outland and Lombardi Award winner, but how important is he to the team and the expectations to achieve that ultimate goal?
I mean, obviously, with those awards, he's the best offensive lineman in the country. That's pretty important. Gunnar Helm pointed out on Monday when we talked to him that it's something as simple as with Kelvin not out there, he was asked to block more and help out the Gooseby kid when making his first start in the SEC championship game. So that kind of limited a little bit what they were able to do with their passing game. So, I mean, if Kelvin's out there and you can send Gunnar out to run routes a little bit more, that helps a lot. And having just that massive guy to the left with number 3 is a big asset. So if he's back out there, that's definitely something that no Texas fan will complain about. He'll be welcomed back with open arms this weekend.
Well, I'm sitting here looking at Clemson's roster, and they have very few Texas players on it. One in particular that they do have is the quarterback right here from Austin. How do you expect him to come into Austin, come back home, not be distracted, and be able to get the job done against a Texas defense that's number 1 in the country?
This Texas defense is going to present him a challenge he probably hasn't seen this season. I guess Georgia in that opening week, but Cade's he's a junior now, so he's at this point pretty much a professional, and you'd expect him to act like it coming home. I'm sure he's going to have lots of family and friends in the stands. He's going to want to show out in front of them. But I think he's probably focused more on, trying to get this Clemson team on a championship run, and he knows what it means to be a quarterback at Clemson with some of the quarterbacks he's had to follow over the last few years. So, I don't expect him to be distracted or, overwhelmed by the moment. But obviously, this is going to be a special afternoon for him and his family and his friends and everyone over there at Westlake who's probably debating whether or not they go to DKR for that game or head up to Arlington for the state championship game on Saturday. So it's going to be a special moment for a lot of people in Austin.
Well, we know about the offense. Who should we look at on that defensive side?
I know, they've improved a little bit in the secondary, or, I don't know if improved is the right word, but they've tried to replace Andrew Makuba, who's obviously at Texas now. There's not the best defense in the world. I think they're pretty much middle of the pack, both passing defense and run defense. So there's not a lot of studs on that defense, statistically speaking, easy for me to say. But, obviously they've gotten the job done and gotten to the playoffs. So probably not a lot of names that just kind of jump out of the page. I probably need to do a better job of studying up on the names. So I'm not just kind of rambling here. But, they've gotten the job done. But this is not a Georgia defense that Texas faced a couple weeks ago.
We're talking to Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman. You can follow him at _Danny Davis. Danny, we posed this question on AM 1300 The Zone on Twitter. What part of the Texas football team do you need to play well against Clemson? Is it the offense? Is it the defense? Is it the special teams? Is it all of the above? Well, a lot of folks may not know, but Clemson is making its 7th appearance in the college football playoffs and has won multiple championships. So this is a battle-tested football team. But what part of this team do you think needs to step up the most? I think I know where you're going.
I mean, I'm not too concerned about the defense, but it's pretty much all of the above, and that includes Steve and his coaching staff. I mean, there's not often that you can say that the opposing coaches have the edge, but you kind of have to give the edge to Dabo since he's won a few titles and, like you said, made 7 trips to the college football playoffs. So Steve's going to have his work cut out for him. He's not just going to be able to outcoach the other coaching staff. So offensively, I really think this team needs to establish its running game, just because this offense needs to be balanced in order for it to work. And that's the problem that happened in the 2 Georgia games. Is I think there was 60 combined rushing yards in those 2 games, and that's just not going to cut it. I mean, for all the ire that Quinn seems to draw, he's a lot better quarterback when this is a balanced offense and he's not asked to do everything. And I think we've seen that in the 2 Georgia games. But I'd say the rushing game needs to get going, which is both a problem for the running backs and the offensive line. It's something they need to both work on together. And then special teams has been kind of a adventure this entire season, and they can't be missing field goals and having adventures in the return game against a good team. So they need to fix that up too.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I was looking at and definitely wanting to talk about. Let's transition to the hardwood. Obviously, the Texas women, number 6 ranked team in the nation, went out and dominated as expected against a undersized LaSalle basketball team. But this is a team that is starting to find its groove. Obviously, Madison Booker has been able to shoot the ball all season long, but I'm waiting for Rory to be that Rory that we got a chance to see for quite some time. What are some of your thoughts on this basketball team?
I mean, we're going to see a lot more. We're going to get a lot more answers than questions over these next couple of weeks. I mean, South Dakota State's a really good test on Sunday. That's a perennial NCAA tournament team, and then obviously SEC play starts on the 2nd. I mean, it's hard to really gauge too much against a team like LaSalle, which, we're just being honest, we would learn more about this team if we went to one of Vic's practices and just saw them play against their practice team or their second string. That's just not going to teach us much against. But you do get a lot of players got some minutes last night, and that does help. But yeah, I mean, I think with Rory, it's a process. I mean, she's less than a year removed from that knee injury. I think the 27th. When she got hurt last year. So, I mean, that's less than a year ago. So I think it may be a little bit impractical or unfair for us to expect to see that Rory we saw against UConn at this time last year. It's probably just going to take a little time for her to get her feet under her and just kind of get used to the speed and adjusting and getting back to the player that she was when we last saw her. But I mean, she's played well. I mean, she was an MVP of the tournament. Just may not be up to what we expected of her last year. But I have very little doubt that she'll get there. I mean, she's one of the more harder working athletes I've covered. I mean, she knows what her standard is, and I'm sure she's probably in the gym right now as we speak, getting up some shots and trying to figure it out. So I have little doubt that Rory's going to get there. It just may take a little bit longer than we as fans and media want, but this is a long season, and they don't need her to be that Rory until March, and I expect she's going to be there at that point.
I have no doubt about it. There he is, Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman. Make sure you check out his work and also follow him at _Danny Davis. Thanks, D. Talk to you soon, bro.
See y'all.
All right. Danny Davis of the Statesman. Coming up next, we're going to continue the conversations. There's a former quarterback, that is now a head coach, and a former Texas coach is now a head coach. We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300. The Zone.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Accident still blocking the left lane, 35 southbound at the southeast inner loop. Now only about 10-minute delays back from RM 2338. Slowdowns, though, on 35, northbound from 45 to 290. Half-hour delays, total travel times close to 40 minutes. I'm Warren Shore, and that is your Austin traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey, Mike Harge here, and for over 100 years, Covert Ford and Covert Chevy in Hutto have done more than just sell cars. They've built lasting relationships right here in Central Texas. Their commitment to this community runs deep. They know the true value of trust, quality, and community. They have been dedicated to giving top-notch service and reliable vehicles for you to count on. So if you're looking for the perfect car, truck, or SUV this holiday season, Covert Hutto has everything you need. Stop by Covert Ford and Chevy in Hutto and join the family that's been driving Central Texas forward for over a century.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack, perfect for a gift to treat yourself. 24/7 holiday freshness with daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho, 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 ho.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
The cleats have hit the field. Kickoff is here. Game day's arrived and Specs brings the cheers. Ice-cold beers, team-lifting spirits, cocktails in a can. Score 'em all and hear your fellow football fans chant, "You the man." And with Specs' largest selection and lowest prices, you can make every game day feel just as nice. Before the players start running their routes and schemes, run a route to Specs for your game day needs. Specs, cheers to savings.
Connect directly, bid confidently. At Purple Wave Auction, transparency is key. With no reserves and no hidden surprises, you're connected directly to sellers so you can inspect and bid on quality equipment with confidence. Whether you're looking for ag, construction, or fleet equipment, we're here to ensure a clear, hassle-free experience. Register today at purplewave.com and start bidding with peace of mind. Purple Wave Auction. the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment.
Experiences make life more meaningful. And with MasterCard's Priceless.com, you can immerse yourself in unforgettable experiences in dining, sports, art, entertainment, and more in over 40 destinations. From a round of golf with a legendary player to a cooking class with a celebrity chef, you can feel your passions and create lasting memories. Explore experiences today at Priceless.com, exclusively for MasterCard cardholders. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, iHeartRadio, Keegan-Michael Key here. There are lots of hotels to choose from out there, but ChoiceHotels.com has a hotel for any traveler you want to be. Like a Radisson hotel with flexible workspaces for refined business person you. A Comfort hotel with a pool for out-of-office you. Nope, out of office. Or a Cambria hotel with a stylish bar for margarita on the rocks you. With 22 brands, you can be confident that Choice Hotels is a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBETAM Austin, your home for the Horns. Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff. Great stuff. Great stuff by our guy, Danny Davis of the Austin American States. Another great situation. Mike Vick. Mike Vick has been named as the head coach of Norfolk State. If you don't know much about Mike Vick, no, not that story. But the fact of the matter is Mike Vick is from the Norfolk area, Norfolk, Virginia, Virginia Beach. And he now has been named the head coach. It's the first time he's ever been a coach. He'll be joining the MEAC conference. And I actually called baseball games for Norfolk State before for the MEAC championships. And he is going to now be able to lead that area.
I think that right away you'll have players that want to come there.
Yep.
I love to see former players go and get an opportunity to prove that they can coach and organize and lead young men.
And Brendan Marion, former offensive coordinator here at the University of Texas, he ended up going to UNLV. He was instrumental in recruiting a lot of players to this university. He now has gotten his opportunity to be the head coach of Sac State. It will be his first head coaching job. He went to UNLV, turned that entire offense around, and they became prolific. And now he's getting an opportunity to be the head coach at Sacramento State.
Man, one of the nicest guys too. When he was here, he was so cool.
For sure.
I'm happy to see him get an opportunity to be able to lead a ship rather than just be one of the captains.
Right. What if I would have told you, and this was brought up by Ross Dellinger, that Michael Vick, Bill Belichick, Deion Sanders, and Eddie George would all be coaching in college athletics all at the same time?
I wouldn't believe you.
Right.
I would not have believed you.
Right. Just think about that. I mean, what we've been able to see with these guys going back.
I just mentioned Eddie George. Where is he coaching?
He's coaching at Middle Tennessee State.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's been able to do some amazing things and continues to change the narrative. And just like everybody else, you start to look at what college athletics has become. Is being able to find guys that can manage a cap, salary cap. We'll get into that conversation here in just a minute. But you start to look at the entire college landscape and how much it has changed and the dynamics of it all. You got Bill Belichick hiring Mike Lombardi, who is a capologist, so to speak, to run a college football team. Those are the things that continue to make me really interested in the college football game. I know a lot of folks don't like the NFL. A lot of folks love college football. But guess what, folks? It is turning into the NFL. And we'll talk about it when we get back. Right here. Hour number 1 of the morning kickoff is in the books. Hour number 2 is just around the corner. Right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300. The Zone.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBETAM Austin, your home for the Hordes.
The morning kickoff, the morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Harge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Hordes, 1300 The Zone.
Hour number 1 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio is in the book. Right now, we're in hour number 2 of the morning kickoff, and now we are getting ready to have these conversations. I want to get right into this because of the simple fact that college football is in a place that we've never expected it to be. College football is now right in the middle of what these coaches are calling free agency. Coaches are getting ready for the college football playoffs while other teams are being able to pull players from each spot. Well, college football also, since the House versus the NCAA final approval on April 7th, revenue sharing and roster caps will start in July. So there's a lot of adjustments that are being made within college athletics. And one of the biggest things that is happening now, as I said, was revenue sharing. So Kirby Hocutt of Texas Tech, he's the first athletic director to detail the distribution of the revenue that will be shared by sport. And it's no surprise, and it's $20 million, by the way, of revenue sharing. $20.5 million of revenue sharing. Kirby Hocutt said that football, obviously, is going to get the lion's share of the money. $15 million of the $20 million is going to football. $3.6 million, which is 17% of the share, is going to men's basketball. It says women's basketball is getting 2% of the share, which is $410,000. Excuse me. Baseball is getting $390,000, which is 1.9% of the share. And all other sports are going to have to divvy up $920,000 of the revenue sharing. 90% to football and men's basketball will be the standard across Power 4, as it was reported last month. Mark, this is a crazy free market in athletics that we're dealing with right now.
Well, that puts in perspective, though, all of the sports as well as academic endeavors.
Hold on, wait, whoa.
Whoa.
Academic, man.
Hey, easy. There are student athletes and there are athletic students too.
This is not part of the conversation about anything about a student.
Well, I'll tell you what, Harge. Every department wants money.
Oh, trust me.
There's a lot of people that's complaining. They always complain, well, it's too much money is going to sport. Hey, where do you think the money coming from?
Right.
There's a lot of donors that, they give to departments for science.
Absolutely.
Or whatever.
Yeah, that's why they got their names on the building.
Right.
Yeah.
But the lion's share of the money is coming from football.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't football and basketball get the most money? Because they bring in the most money.
Right.
So I don't have a problem with that.
It's just real interesting, especially because, when you start to talk about revenue sharing throughout college athletics, this is where we are. And this also goes back to the fact of what we've been saying for quite some time now. It is a different thought process to how everything is starting to be broken up.
Mm-hmm.
The haves and the have-nots. Those smaller schools are not going to be able to compete with this. So when you go to a school like a Texas Tech, Texas A&M, I'm just using those for this state and the sake of argument, Texas State is going to have an issue. We had G.J. Kinney talking about this just yesterday. They need more people to give up more money for them to be able to even be able to win 6 games in this market. If a school in the Sun Belt has more money than they do, and they're more of a football school, it's going to be tough for them to compete. They're all competing for the same players. So it's real interesting to me that this is what's happening. So what are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Well, I'm definitely thinking that the more money that comes in, Harge, is more likely for people to have more of an argument. I don't even know if this profit sharing concept or model will work in college because of how many different sports there are. If it was just the NFL or just baseball or just basketball, you could say, okay, we can split things up.
Yeah.
But when you got basketball, football, baseball, golf, marbles, tiddlywinks, the new pickleball team, like you can't, you're gonna have a lot of arguments,
right,
over the money. And you said that there was 900,000 to split up amongst probably another 8 sports, 10 sports. That's not a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, $100,000, $120,000 to go towards a program. They're going to be like, well, what are we supposed to do with this? Just buy new uniforms?
Yeah. The one thing that I continue to look at is the fact, too, you have to understand that it's more than just that. You still have those people that are going to get NIL deals. This is just revenue sharing.
That was going to be my next point. How much of that goes towards salary and paying for the players that are on the team? And how do you decide who gets what?
Well, Texas State's football coach, G.J. Kinney, talked about this and basically just told the entire Bobcat Nation, hey, we need your help.
We've had some really good players, really good coaches last 2 years, but what I'd say about that is the price of winning is going up. And if we want to continue to win, if we want to sniff 6 wins next year, if we want to sniff a conference championship, we need a lot more support than we're getting right now. It is what it is. You've seen what we've lost in the portal. And if we want to get anybody good in the portal, we're going to need a lot more money. And that's just plain and simple. Now, we can go out there and we'll evaluate with the best of them, and we'll get some hidden gems like we've always have. But that's the name of the game right now. People don't care about scheme. They don't care about university. They don't care about relationships. It's all about the money right now.
That's what it's all about. And that's why you start to really understand that this game has changed so much. And if you're not in it to win it, you're in a bad spot. And that's the frustrating part for a lot of these smaller schools. Think about it in this fashion. Look at Michael Vick. Michael Vick's taken over a program that a lot of you haven't even heard of. But you start to understand that he's going to bring some cachet. But how much money is he going to be able to bring with him to be able to get those recruits? Because the ones that you're trying to get out of Virginia, they're studs. Virginia,
they produce
Newport
talent. Beach
and Virginia Beach, there's so much talent that comes out of there. They all grew up. Michael Marcus, Allen Iverson. There's so much talent that came from that little neck of the woods that they've changed the whole dynamic of sport to an elite level. But G.J. Kinney is trying to go get that kid that is on the cusp, that has some talent, but he can't provide what all these big schools are going to provide.
Right.
And the commitment of the money is just something that is Really, really crazy. Coming up next, we're going to go to the NFL and have a conversation. H-Town getting ready for the big matchup with Patrick Mahomes. And, of course, is he or is he not going to play? Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The Craig Way Show with Craig Way.
Tex Schramm, you'd hear him on with Brad Sham when we had the show and I was a producer for it, called Ask Tex Schramm. This was like 1987. The football Cardinals were moving to Arizona. Brad Sham is doing the show. And so he asked him, he said, well, does that mean also now there'll be a change that the Atlanta Falcons would move from the NFC West to the NFC East? The Texas response was, well, once you're on an airplane, what difference does it make?
Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. on AM 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
Accidents cleared up on 35 southbound at the Southeast Inner Loop, where it's about a 15-minute delay as you unwind back from Austin Avenue. A new wreck right now on Mopec going northbound at the Barton Skyway. It's going to be stop and go back from Highway 290. FM 1826 at Gallon Fox, there's a crash as well. I'm Warren Shore. That's Austin Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Score deep discounts and deeper sleep during Mattress Firm's semi-annual sale and clearance. Take up to 60% off select mattresses and more. Plus, get a free adjustable base on qualifying purchases. Shop today for free and fast delivery. Restrictions apply.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
There's no better place to buy your new Chevy than Henna Chevrolet. Right now, we have the biggest discounts in the last 5 years. Plus, 0 for 60 months is available on a large selection of vehicles. As an Austin original since 1936, Henna Chevrolet has been treating customers right and saving them some serious money. For straightforward, all-inclusive pricing, together let's drive at Henna Chevrolet or henna.com.
Henna Chevrolet, we'll always stand by you.
Lowe's knows how to help you save time and money, no matter the job. That's why we can deliver supplies to your job site as soon as same day, so you have more time to get the job done. Because when you need it fast, we've got you covered. Lowe's knows pros. Valid on eligible in-stock orders and select zip codes placed by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Don't miss the DeLucio Equipment Auction on Purple Wave closing December 30th and 31st. Bid on a lineup of 33 trucks, including Freightliner, Kenworth, and international models. Plus, 31 trailers are up for grabs, both dry van and refrigerated options. As always, it's a no-reserve auction, so every item sells to the highest bidder. Inspect in person or online and get ready to bid. Visit purplewave.com now. Upgrade your fleet with Purple Wave.
With its new look and taste, Dasani is always crisp, clean, and refreshing. So, when thirst calls, answer with the new refreshed taste of Dasani water, now without salt. Learn more at Dasani.com.
This holiday at T-Mobile, I'm joined by a special co-anchor.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Snoop Double G.
Snoop, let's talk about T-Mobile.
Okay, cool.
This holiday, get 4 lines for $25 a line, plus 4 iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence and the all-new camera control on us.
Let's get cracking, like a breakfast egg.
You can use those eggs to make some eggnog, Snoop.
Respect.
And people do love T-Mobile, where you can save on every plan versus the other big guys when you switch.
You know, y'all can take some of those savings and buy some Snoop merchandise.
Always a great stocking stuffer, Snoop.
We up out of here.
Hold your horses, Snoop Double G. Let's remind people one more time.
Head to T-Mobile.com and get 4 iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us, plus 4 lines for $25. Now drop that J.
With 24-month bill credits for eligible trade-ins and 4 new lines of auto pay. All qualified customers with taxes and fees at $35 per line connection charge. Contact us before canceling entire account to continue remaining bill credits or credit stop and balance and required finance agreement is due $999.99. Credits end if you pay off device early. See how you can save on wireless and streaming versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence requires iOS 18.1 or later.
Cover 3 on Anderson Lane is the perfect venue for your special event. From a relaxed buffet, fancy plated meal, or a custom cocktail reception, Party Planners Denham and Katie will help you host a fabulous party. Reserve your event today. Go to cover-3.com. That's cover-3.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com. If you have a 2004 or newer vehicle that's out of warranty or about to be, Endurance is urgently notifying U.S. drivers about their low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save drivers thousands on rising vehicle repair costs. Those who qualify can pick their plan, coverage, and repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental cars included. All covered repairs get paid directly to the repair shop for you. Call now for your free quote. Call 800-431-8958. That's 800-431-8958.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. What's your perfect night? Maybe you're settled at home alone or with loved ones, covered in blankets, about to watch your favorite show. It's cozy, it's calm, and you're ready for a perfect night in. Therapy can feel a bit like that. A place for comfort, a time when you replenish your energy and take care of yourself. And hey, you can even do it without leaving that same cozy couch. This season is the perfect time to give therapy a try, right from the comfort of home. With BetterHelp, get matched with a tailored therapist based on your needs and preferences, entirely online. Designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Find comfort this season with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/rightchoice today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/rightchoice.
When it comes to making fantasy picks on your favorite players, you want excitement, but you also want a platform you can trust. Better Picks is available in over 30 states, so if you're hearing this, it's probably available for you.
Better Picks is safe, secure, and super easy to use. Just pick more or less on your favorite player stats and put your skills to the test.
With Better Picks, you get the thrill of playing for up to 2,000 times your cash. So go ahead, make your picks and play for big wins with super fast payouts and withdrawals.
Go to betterpicks.com, BETRpicks.com, or download Better on the app or Play Store and use promo code RADIO to play for up to 2,000 times your cash. Plus, new users get up to a $200 match on their first deposit and join thousands playing across the U.S.
Must be 21 or older and in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned with your play? Call the NCPG at 1-800-522-4700.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. The Longhorns live here.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff. And right now we want to get into the NFL conversation. There's a lot going on in the NFL, a lot of moving and shaking. We talked about it to open the show, about the changes that are happening in Atlanta. You also heard us talk about the benching of Will Levis in Tennessee. We also get a chance to talk about Thompson Robinson replacing Jameis, who replaced Deshaun Watson, it just continues a never-ending cycle of the NFL. But right now, Aaron Rodgers played well this past weekend. How much respect do we need to put on Baker, the money maker, Mayfield's turn of events that he has had in the NFL? But the biggest story out of the weekend was two things. Number one, the injuries that have been happening to the Detroit Lions. Not only are they a mass unit, they also lost their running back, David Montgomery, who has a torn ACL, and he is out for the season. Obviously, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be that guy, but we have talked about the 1-2 punches across the NFL.
Thunder and lightning.
You got to have those types of players. But this Thursday, you got Denver taking on Los Angeles, the Chargers. You've got Houston traveling to Kansas City, where Patrick Mahomes is in question to play. Patrick believes that he's going to play. Andy Reid said, we'll see. Carson Wentz is their backup. They're 13-1. Do you truly need Patrick Mahomes to play? Because you still want to have home field advantage. And then you have to look at what Buffalo's been able to do and how well they have been playing. They host New England this Sunday. So are you trying to play for home field advantage? Cold is cold. Cold is cold. But I don't want to go to Buffalo. You saw how miserable that is.
It's a dry, icy, hard cold.
Right.
Hard. I would elect to not play Patrick Mahomes. I would be like, look, man, we need you in the playoffs. We need you always.
Right.
But he is a warrior. He just don't want to give up that spot.
Yeah.
And it's not even about, oh man, I don't want to let nobody else get a chance. They might take my position. No, nobody's gonna take Patrick Holmes' spot.
No, especially if you're talking about Carson Wentz.
Right. Long term, no, nobody. So I'm just saying, what is the true chance you think he's gonna play? If you had to make the decision 1 to 100, what would you say about him playing?
Well, there's a conspiracy theory that is out there right now that said that Patrick Mahomes was basically faking it, and he wasn't as injured as it looked to be. They said he didn't walk out with a boot. They said he didn't walk out with a boot. They said that he's walking around fine. I saw video of him stretching and throwing the ball. Didn't look like he was favoring it to that extent. But at this particular point in the season, isn't everybody hurt?
Well, he might not be selling it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that could be true too.
That might be his new gimmick.
Yeah, maybe. But, Patrick Mahomes always plays well when he's hurt.
That's
just that beautiful part of him as a quarterback and a competitor. He finds a way to make plays happen, and he wants to win. And as far as the playoffs and home field, they're 13-1. The Buffalo Bills are 11-3. So they still have some room for that if they were to lose a ball game.
Well, if they were fighting for an undefeated season, then I would be like, come on, man, just give it a shot. Yeah, I might be able to get through it. But they're not.
Yeah, and that game is Saturday, so it's a shorter week for him. It is a Saturday game at 12. Both teams have already clinched their divisions and playoff spots.
Yeah.
So the Texans are in a good spot as well. So you wonder how this is going to play out. It's a home game.
Hard, I keep him out 100%.
I need him to play.
If I'm Andy, oh, you're horrible.
I need him to play.
You're gonna put it on fantasy,
I'm
man.
in the fantasy playoffs. There's money involved in this.
I want to throw it.
Hey, there's money involved in this deal, man. I had to make some roster moves today.
You're too much.
You have to make some changes. But I
for the love of fantasy football.
For the love of fantasy football. Another big matchup is a AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens need this win because right now Pittsburgh is ahead of them at 10-4. Baltimore is 9-5. This is a big game.
This is a playoff game.
This is definitely a playoff game. But can Lamar Jackson repeat what he did last week against a lesser football team going up against this defense? The defense for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are missing some players, and they don't know the status of TJ Watt. When TJ Watt is not on the field, this is not that great of a defense. They gave up some plays last week in the passing game against the Philadelphia Eagles.
The Eagles are good though.
Yeah, so is the Ravens.
Yeah.
The Ravens are really good.
I can't believe that we got a playoff game and the season still has 4 more games in it.
Exactly.
Because this is basically
who's going to win the division. Yes. Yeah. And then you start looking at all of these teams and all of these games, and you're just trying to find out which one it is. But one of the biggest stories also is what the Dallas Cowboys have been able to do. We had George Teague on yesterday talking about the Cowboys and what he's been able to see. The Cowboys are staying in the Sunday night prime time game, home game. The Cowboys are 1-6 at home. And I just mentioned Baker, the touchdown maker. It is a big matchup, but the tickets are as low as $21
Come on,
to
let's
get
go.
into this game, man.
Let's
It's
go.
a night game. I'm not doing that. But my biggest question is the Cowboys are sitting at 6-8. Can they get to 9-8? Can they get to 8-9? Can they win 2 more games? But I want you to hear about Micah Parsons, because Micah Parsons, who has been very vocal throughout the season, even sometimes when we wanted him to be quiet, he talked about what he thinks about this team and him being a Cowboy for life.
Like I said, y'all know I'm going to be a Cowboys for life. We're going to figure out a way for me to be a Cowboy for life. And I think, Jay and Steven see it that way too. So I'm going to be real excited, at the end of this year. I hope the fans are going to be excited because I think it's going to be a great offseason. I do think we're going to attack free agency. I think it's going to be a great year, because I think we got the pieces, man. I get guys is going to, like, to me, I look at it like the reason why we want to finish this year so good, and we're already missing starters, and some of those starters we're not going to get back to the end of next year. So if we could finish good and keep playing great defense now, imagine towards next year when we're not, 6-8, and we're 9-5 or 10-6, whatever the record is, right? Imagine we're that record and we're saying, hey, we're still about to get Trayvon back. Hey, we're still about to get Demo back. And all those guys got all those good reps and that experience. And now you combine with those really good guys that's coming back who played so well with guys who's been working and grinding and are, have the same values and commitment to this team. And you say, yo, we're going to be really good come playoffs. We're really going to start clicking. So it's going to be a super exciting year. That's why I say Cowboys Nation, it look bad right now and we turning it up, but it's about to go to a whole nother level. So I hope y'all really, pay attention and y'all wake up because it's about to get real exciting. So Cowboys Nation, y'all better wake up real fast.
All right, so they got the Buccaneers, the Eagles,
Why are you
and the
smiling?
Commanders. Because Micah's just over there, he pumping sunshine. Dog.
Hey man, he's selling a false dream. He sound like one of those
He's selling
liquor
it
store
for
preachers.
real.
One of them guys standing out in front of the liquor store.
Sometimes you
come
gotta
over
have
here.
Sometimes you
I
gotta
know
have
some things. I'll take you over. I don't want to hear that.
Speaking of Micah Parsons needs 1 sack.
Trade him
to reach 50 for his career. He will become the 6th player since 1982 to record at least 50 sacks in his first 4 seasons. Reggie White, Derek Thomas, J.J. Watt, DeMarcus Ware, and Dwight Freeney. You don't trade that away, Mark. You don't.
Look at my face.
I know. I see it.
I want everybody
trade?
in radio. This is my face as hard as talking.
You know who you trade?
Complete silence and a smirk that's like, I don't want to hear it.
So here's who you trade. You trade Lawrence. That's who you get rid of.
Yeah.
You don't trade Micah. Micah's going to get his bag. Micah's going to be a Cowboy for life. He's let it be known that that's what he wants to do, is be a Cowboy for life. So I would just take it for what it is. Jerry's going to pay him. George Teague told us yesterday, Jerry's going to pay him. So I look at it and say, all right, so what are we going to do next? Are you going to restructure everybody's contract? You're still going to have to pay it at some point, but do you restructure people's contract? Do you pay it in bonuses that we've been talking about a lot, and then you just get the rest of that paid out? I don't know how they make it work, but it's going to be an interesting time this offseason because the Cowboys, although you still see that flicker of hope, because every time they post on the TV in the hunt, I get a little tear down my face because they still in the hunt for a wild card.
You're too much. You're too much. Hey, man, you look real good in your apron, too, by the way.
Appreciate that, dog. Appreciate that. Hey,
Cowboys.
make sure y'all
Cowboys.
listen. Hold up. Let me clear the air on that. Mark gave me a cooking apron for the grill That's why he said, I look good in my apron. Don't be out there thinking no weird Diddy stuff, okay? This ain't that kind of party.
Nobody thought that.
People think that kind of stuff, Mark, and I want to make sure I got that clear immediately because of the way you said, hey, you look real good in your apron, man. What is wrong
That's
with
just
you?
the way my voice sounds.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
Sus, as the kids say.
Sus. Oh, my God, man.
But you're not buying it, huh? You're not buying the Cowboys?
I'm
at
not
all?
buying, man. I'm not buying what he's selling. Like, there's a lot that needs to be done.
Yeah.
And it's not up to him. It's not up to his passion and his love for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
It's up to Jerry Jones.
And Jerry said he ain't doing
You
it.
know what the number one thing the Cowboys need? A defensive tackle that you have to double team.
They have never gotten that.
Never.
I mean, we thought that. We thought you were going to use that with Mozzie Smith, your guy.
Oh, my God. What a disaster.
The last time that they had a player like that was Russell Maryland.
Yeah.
Russell Maryland was that guy. Leon Lett were those
Jay
types
Ratliff
of guys.
was good, but he was not a first-round pick.
True. But
He
that
wasn't
means
a
you got to go
first-round pick.
find
You
those
got to
guys.
go find them.
Yep, you have to go find them.
And that's what they need. Micah said that, we're going to go into the free agency. The number one defensive tackle, they can't afford it.
Yeah.
They can't afford the top 10. How are you going to get better and create a one-on-one with Micah Parsons if you don't have somebody in the interior?
Yeah.
They just can't get right, man. I'm mad at how they spent their money, and it's not my team. It's my team.
It's America's team. It's America's
team.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, Cowboy fans, do you believe the hype? Are you buying into what Micah Parsons is saying? A lot of that will be answered. Let's see what the frustration looks like on Sunday night football when Baker, bring me my money maker, goes out there and turns up with Mike Evans. And then we'll see where that conversation goes, see what our thought process will be. Coming up next, you know what time it is. The world's strongest man brings you his world's strongest take right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
One time when Bill Schoening and I were doing a Tuesday night game, and there was an umpire behind the plate, Tom Jenkins. And Tom was a rather corpulent fellow, and he lets a pitch go in there. And you hear this popping in. He goes, ball two. Then crystal clear that our field mic picked up was some fan yelling, Jenkins, you fat.
Only on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
Accident is being reported on Mopec going northbound at the Barton Skyway. It's going to be stop and go from 290. That's a 5-minute slowdown. Still 15-minute delays as you're not fully unwound from an earlier crash on 35 southbound at the Southeast Inner Loop. And then FM 1826 at Gallen Fox. There's a crash. I'm Warren Shore. That's Austin Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on the holidays' most fun gifts, all for under $15. Get low prices every day on unique finds before they're gone. In-store only at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at macysbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
Hey, iHeartRadio, Keegan-Michael Key here. There are lots of hotels to choose from out there, but ChoiceHotels.com has a hotel for any traveler you want to be. Like a Radisson Hotel with flexible workspaces for refined business person you. A Comfort Hotel with a pool for out-of-office you. Nope, out of office. Or a Cambria Hotel with a stylish bar for margarita on the rocks you. With 22 brands, you can be confident that Choice Hotels is a stay for any you. Book direct at choicehotels.com, where travels come true.
Looking for the perfect place to get a bite to eat before or after the game? Vaqueros Cafe and Cantina has you covered. With locations on 360 in Westlake or Quinlan Park Road in Steiner Ranch, both offer the perfect place to pregame or celebrate after the game. We use only the finest, freshest ingredients. Mouth-watering fajitas, fresh seafood, char-grilled oysters, and queso you'll want to eat by the gallon. Happy hour, dinner with family and friends, private events, Vaqueros Cafe and Cantina is the place. Visit vaqueroscafe.com. Tex-Mex done right.
I'm at a smoothie bar asking people if they'd switch smoothies with me for $574.
Oh, I'll switch.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
That's a headache.
Nope, it's painless.
Oh, so it's easy money.
Yep, check Allstate first and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
With its new look and taste, Dasani is always crisp, clean, and refreshing. So, when thirst calls, answer with the new refreshed taste of Dasani water, now without salt. Learn more at Dasani.com.
With your busy schedule, there's no way you have time for all those complicated fantasy lineups. But there is time to win up to 2,000 times your money on Better Picks. With Better Picks, you can jump in fast and pick more or less on your favorite player's stats for a chance to win up to 2,000 times your cash, all in the time it takes to listen to this commercial.
Pick, tap, and win. That's it. Others might stop at 100 times payouts, but with Better Picks, your winnings can soar up to 2,000 times payouts. Turn that $10 bill in your glove box into $20,000 right now. That's real excitement.
So don't forget, if it's game day, it's a Better Picks day. Crank up the excitement with Better Picks and play for huge cash payouts. Dial **Better to receive a link to play for up to 2,000 times your cash. Plus, new users get up to a $200 match on their first deposit. That's *2387 to receive a link to the offer.
Must be 21 or older and in a jurisdiction where Better Picks operates. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned with your play? Call the NCPG at 1-800-522-4700.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Tired of battling the cold to open and close your property gate? This holiday season, treat your family to Mighty Mule, the trusted brand for smart and affordable gate opener solutions. And say goodbye to cold noses and wet boots. With easy DIY installation, reliable performance, and energy-efficient solar options, Mighty Mule is more affordable than you'd think and makes securing your property simple. Plus, stay connected with smart technology, allowing you to open and close your gate from anywhere. Visit mightymule.com/iHeartRadio to find your perfect gate opener setup. Take the Build Your Gate System quiz at mightymule.com/iHeartRadio. Whether it's for your home, ranch, or other property, Mighty Mule delivers the convenience and peace of mind you deserve. Made in North America. Ho, ho, ho. Visit mightymule.com/iHeartRadio for smart and affordable gate solutions.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin area weather: showers this morning, sunny this afternoon, a high in the upper 60s for your Wednesday. Clear tonight, a low in the upper 30s. Thursday, sunny skies, a high of 67.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Get immersed in new worlds and ideas with Audible. Explore an incredible selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals, all in one easy app. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Your holiday to-do list can be longer than Santa's. Between the shopping, the decorating, kids' concerts, and, oh yeah, keeping the magic alive. iHeartRadio is here to bring the joy to your busy days with commercial-free Christmas stations like iHeart Christmas. Or dozens of playlists so you can pick and match your holiday vibe. Open your free iHeart app and search Holiday to explore stations, playlists, and more.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres.
When that beat drops, you know it's only one thing. WWE Hall of Famer and the world's strongest man, the Mark Henry, brings you the world's strongest take. Take it away, big fella.
All right.
What's up, man?
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the world's strongest take. Lil, back then they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. They are all on me.
Woo!
Guys, I hate to do it sometimes, but when you're wrong, you're wrong. You got to repent for your sins. And today, I'm drawing back on something that I said on my world's strongest take. And that was that the Milwaukee Bucks made a mistake in bringing Damian Lillard to Milwaukee. That him and Giannis Antetokounmpo could not play together because each one wanted to get theirs. They were 2-8 at the time. The only team worse than them in the NBA was the Philadelphia 76ers, who still suck.
Trust the process.
No, thank you. Detroit has a better record, had a better record than they did at the time. As much as it pains me to say this, last night, the Milwaukee Bucks won the first championship cup in the NBA.
Second. Their first.
Their first.
Yep.
And they are, the last 4 games, they've won by double digits. Damian Lillard, and Giannis Antetokounmpo have been playing dynamite together. They had a meeting, and Giannis talked about it, and he basically, in a nutshell, said to Dame Lillard, what is it going to take for us to get on the same page? Dame Lillard responded to him by saying, I think that you and I getting 50-50 is eliminating the other percent of the team. So we have to play smart team ball in order for us to get ours. And I thought that was very manly of them both. They have put their personal, let me get my numbers aside, and they're playing team ball. Both of their numbers went down. And that's, but they're gonna get voted into the All-Star game. Everybody knows that Dame Lillard's a top 5 point guard. Everybody knows that Giannis is a top 5 forward center in the league. If not top 3 in each category. It was fantastic to see them win, but it was more amazing to me to see these two guys get together, men, talk it out, and turn their whole team around. It's very hard to do. And I think, with that being said, the way that they've played, the last 3 teams, listen to this, the last 3 teams they beat were all winning teams.
Yep.
They beat Boston. Boston won the championship. They beat Dallas. Dallas was 1 game out from winning the championship or going to the championship game. And then they beat Oklahoma City Thunder last night, who we crowned them, didn't we? Then a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago, we said that we thought that Houston.
I think we both picked them yesterday. Khalil and I both picked them yesterday.
We said that Oklahoma City was going to be the team to be in the finals out of the West. Not
still can be.
So fast. What say you?
Well, I'm going to look at it this way. Darvin Ham, by the way, is 2-time NBA Cup champion. He's 14-0 in December when he's been a head coach with the Lakers. He won. And he just won it with the Bucks as an assistant coach. So good stuff for Darvin Ham. Keep doing your thing, bro. But you look at this team, and it's true. They have ancillary pieces that are very comfortable with helping the team win. One of the biggest things that I was looking at was Chris Middleton. He still ain't been there. Think about that.
Wow, I forgot about him.
Yeah, think about that. So there's always one of those situations that you look at. They have pieces that are able to come in and play their role. You just have to let them know their role and let them play it.
You have to define it. Yeah.
And that's why the conversation that was had between Giannis and, of course, Dame Lillard was all about the championship. $500,000 to the winner. Everybody gets a piece of that. And it also moves to the point of Doc Rivers. Remember, everybody was talking about Doc Rivers.
Throwing dirt on him.
Remember when the Bucks started 2-8? Now they're 13-3. 13-3.
Over a conversation.
Right. 14-11 overall record. And that is how they've gotten to this point. Now they're at a point where people are looking at them a little bit different. Giannis, the MVP, had a triple-double yesterday.
The first triple-double for him this season.
Yeah, and it was in a big game. It was when they needed
29, 19, and 10.
Yep. So it is, there's a lot that the season needs to play out. There's a lot of conversation to it all, but they're professional, man. Giannis is an MVP. Dame Lillard is a special player that has never won anything. So he now is in a spotlight to the point in his career where I know a lot of players are like, it doesn't define me not being a champion. But if you play that long, you want to be a champion.
You want to be it. That's you wake up every day going, golly, man, I wish we could win the championship.
Right. You see how people are talking bad to
Barkley is one.
Yeah. And so
Patrick Ewing is one.
Yeah. It's an interesting dynamic when you look at both of these teams and what it is. So it's just one of those situations where it's always like that.
Yeah, I'm happy for them to be able to say, we got a center that can play. Let's put him in a better position rather than worrying about you and I.
Yeah.
We have a point guard that is a really good shooter. How about we run a 2-man game and run a back screen and hit him in the corner? Let him get off.
Yeah.
That's how they're thinking now. That's the conversation that Dame and Giannis had. And I just think that it's very manly.
Right.
Like a lot of times in sports, man, we just want to get ours. And it's good to see them break bread, hash it out, and make it about the team. And you remember, I even told you I thought that Giannis and Darvin were finna get in a fight.
Right.
Remember that?
Yep.
And that spawned that conversation.
Well, Darvin
and
is
maybe
somebody
Darvin
that's
just
not
got
that guy. I'm telling you right now, Darvin.
stop playing for you and play for the team, and then y'all can win.
Darvin is that dude that will choke you out. Like, he is not afraid of that. He
is a big dude.
Darvin do not play. I've known Darvin since he was at Texas Tech. He is not a guy that you want to play around
As
with.
my papa would say, you don't be trifling with him.
No. You want to make sure that you do things the right way when he comes at you. So it's not one of those dudes. He know how big you are. Old man strength get you too. Yeah.
What you know about that old man?
Come on, man. Don't get it. But great world's strongest take. And again, just like everything else, you got to make sure that you continue to thrive in those particular moments. And don't forget, MVPs are MVPs for a reason. That's why they roll out. When we come back, we'll close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300. It's on.
Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone presents the Craig Way Show.
Life is Good by Joe Walsh.
Life's been good, but that's close enough for
right.
Joe.
You know, when I see that album cover, for some reason, he looks like Dale Earnhardt to me. With the mustache. Now, I haven't really seen what he looks like in person.
Right.
Back when it was.
Trust me, if Dale Earnhardt were alive today, he would not look like Joe Walsh. There's not many people look like Joe Walsh how he looks today. Trust me.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Longhorns football plays here.
Shotgun snap. Warren fires over the middle. That's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Williams. I'll say he's okay. He picks it off. Warren with the snap. Back to throw. Steps up. Under pressure. He'll go down. Colin Simmons comes in for his first sack as a Texas Longhorn.
Longhorns football plays here. Only on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
We're now cleared up on Mopac northbound at the Barton Skyway. It's going to be about a 5-minute delay as you unwind back from Highway 290. A new crash right now at Bloomstein going northbound at Springdale, and then Springdale at Pecan Brook Drive. A crash is cleared. I'm Warren Shore, and that is Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage has amazing deals on the holidays' most fun gifts, all for under $15. Get low prices every day on unique finds before they're gone. In-store only at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at macy'sbackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
This weekend, head over to Cover 3 for the ultimate weekend brunch, complete with their famous Bloody Mary and Bubbles Bar every Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Sip, savor, and celebrate with friends. Don't miss out. Make your weekend special at Cover 3.
Old Spice Swagger Holiday Pack, perfect for a gift to treat yourself. 24/7 holiday freshness with daily use can smell your bestest. I'm gonna be smelling great all season. Old Spice scents just can't be beaten. Chock full of value, saving that green. Got the essentials needed to feel clean. Deodorant, hair, body wash, and spray. Celebrate your holiday the Old Spice way. Ho, 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 ho.
The PayPal app has amazingly low prices for holiday shopping. Get cashback offers in the app, and when you use the PayPal debit card, PayPal stacks 5% more in the monthly category of your choosing on up to $1,000 in purchases. Don't just pay, PayPal.
The financial world's biggest players just dropped a bombshell. Citigroup's latest prediction, gold rocketing past $3,000 by 2025. Think about that number, $3,000. While Wall Street scrambles, here's what they won't tell you. This isn't just a prediction, it's a wake-up call. Every day you wait could cost you. Every moment of hesitation, a lost opportunity. Every maybe tomorrow, another step behind. Smart investors are already moving. They see what's coming. A golden tide that could lift some boats and leave others high and dry. Where will you be when gold hits $3,000? Celebrating your foresight or wishing you'd listened? Noble Gold Investments is your bridge to that future. Your partner in preparation preparation, your guide to what's coming. Be positioned. Be confident. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com now and get 10 1-ounce silver American Eagle coins with a qualified account. Just use promo code SILVER because $3,000 gold won't wait for permission. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risk. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making any investment decision.
That looks perfect. The feeling of getting ready for the holidays, there's nothing like it. Decorating the tree, accessorizing the table, adorning your walls with festive decor. What could be better? Whether you're doing the hosting this holiday or just enjoying some much-needed downtime with your favorites, at Ashley, you'll find all the things you need to make your home as jolly as can be at prices that slay. Spruce up your space for the holidays with Ashley. Visit your local Ashley or shop online at ashley.com.
Here's another great reason to use the United States Postal Service this season. When sending a package, why venture outside? Ship with USPS for a true holiday ride. Want to stay cozy and warm? There's no need to roam. With free package pickup and labels printed from home. We have over 600,000 employees always in motion. And before you know it, your gift has delivered emotion. Spread the holiday joy this season with USPS's enhanced network. Learn more at USPS.com/holiday ride.
Hey, what are you doing up on the step stool?
About to clean these light fixtures. The whole family's coming over. And if there's even a speck of dust in the house, my abuela will find it.
Here, I got a Swiffer duster to help with that.
A Swiffer what?
A Swiffer duster. It has this cool extendable handle that reaches 6 feet to get high and low, with fluffy dusters that easily trap and lock dust.
So no more step stool?
No more step stool.
Easily trap and lock dust from hard-to-reach places with the Swiffer duster. Love it or your money back.
'Tis the season of savings for holiday cravings at Specs. The fun starts here.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
With another great show that we on the Morning Football Sports Radio. Everything that is associated with AM 1300 The Zone. You can follow Mark Henry at the Mark Henry. You can follow me at Hardball Harge. I also wanted to get into this conversation, Mark, because there is a lot that is going on. But first, I want to give away some tickets. I want you to be able to go see
Getting the Christmas spirit.
Oh my God. Sarah Silverman at the ACL Live, January the 5th. All you got to do is tap the red microphone, leave a voicemail, and that message needs to say ACL. ACL for a chance to win a pair of tickets to see Sarah Silverman at the ACL Live Theater, January the 5th. All right, let's get into this conversation because I told you I was going to talk about it. Micah Hudson, wide receiver, who went to Texas Tech, is now in the transfer portal, and it is reported that he is going to go to Texas A&M. One of the stipulations that he had in his approval letter, I guess you would say, is that he wanted $700 minimum up front for a one-year deal. He wanted separate NIL deals for 3 cars for the family members to sign immediately. He wanted a personal driver with Cadillac SUV for Micah from the spring practice to the end of the season. He wanted family hotel and travel arrangements paid for each game for up to 10 family members.
What?
To travel, tickets, and cost paid by the university. And if he has a medical injury, he wanted the time off for the injury, and he was not going to be able to play unless his family said that it's okay for him to go back out there and play. These are some of the transfer rules and regulations that players are now demanding on these coaches. Now, my question to you, Mark, and this is alleged. I'm not saying that's what he did. This is alleged that this is what he's requesting. Mark, you're a WWE Hall of Famer. You have been places that a lot of people will never be able to go. Do you want special peanuts in your room when you go to see people? Do you, when you're on shows, do you say I want
Only
all-
green M&Ms,
Yeah.
brother. Hey.
I'm like, dude, you have done nothing.
These are yellow?
Yeah, exactly. Get out of my room. Be gone. Head be gone.
I'm just done.
Yeah.
I'm done with all of the crazy demands.
Prima
Listen,
donna type stuff.
If he said,
and like I said, this is alleged.
It's alleged. Okay.
Yeah.
I allegedly want to put my foot where okay. So I can see him saying, I want 700 G. I want my mom and family to an extent to come, they get hotels and flights to come and see me play. Let's work out a deal with a flight and a hotel sponsor.
Yep.
Keep y'all from having to pay the bill. Come up with solutions and not just make it all gimme. How can I help? Let's do an NIL deal with the airline. Let's do an NIL deal with the hotel.
Yeah.
You know, the car dealership. Hey man, I'll go and do commercials.
Come on. No, gimme.
But gimme. I'm not down.
gimme.
I'm not with it.
Yeah.
I'm not with it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how this all goes down. I want to thank Mark Henry. I want to thank my guy, Khalil, holding it down. And I want to thank you, the people. And just remember this. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.